2023 is shaping up to be the biggest year ever for adult gaming on Steam. For me, the growth of the Chinese market has been especially interesting to watch unfold. These are not just translations of American or Japanese games, but developers, mostly working out of Singapore and Taiwan, making games with Chinese themes, characters, and language for people all over the world. Kaiju Princess was one of the most popular adult games on Steam last year, and I expect there to be even more Chinese titles on the year-end list of most popular games of 2023. On this month's list, we have 3 games from Taiwanese publisher Mango Party: Glory and Miserable Survivors DX, RoboLife 2 Nova Duty, and Idle Hands 2. Idle Hands 2 is a trainer-style game where you help 2 different women climb their way to the height of pop stardom. RoboLife 2 Nova Duty, the sequel to 2021's RoboLife Days with Aino, has similar training aspects, combined with a really decent customization system. Glory and Miserable Survivors DX is the localization of the Japanese DL site game Daisenka. Basically bullet hell combined with leveling and clothing destruction mechanics. While the Chinese market is increasing at a rapid rate, most new titles on Steam are still coming out of America, Europe, and of course, Japan. From JAST, we have the English and Chinese release of the 2016 Yuri visual novel, Tokyo Necro. This is a highly stylized, violent dystopic future, and has some really awesome animations. Like, I was shocked there wasn't an anime released after the series like we saw from games like Steins Gate and Fate's Day. But there is a 2-volume manga if you want to check it out. Another visual novel from Japan, The Future Radio and the Artificial Pigeons, came out last month and wasn't on my list. I wanted to make sure to include it in this month because it is a really fascinating plot. Anyone who is a fan of story-focused games, or the birds aren't real meme, should definitely check this one out. We also have 2 DLCs coming out this month. The first, Karen's Prison Stray Pubes, is the first DLC for one of the most popular games of 2022. While this is a purely cosmetic DLC, it does give you additional customization aspects that many fans of the corruption genre will probably appreciate. Our second DLC is for the 2020 yaoi superhero game, Mr. Versatile. In Mr. Versatile Brother Hunks, you are given a new character as well as new skins, minigames, and endings. I covered our next title, Come Home, in my recent series about games for women, and while Come Home is a free game on Steam, this new release of the Premium Edition gives you new outfits, dating spots, and faster updates. It's refreshing to see free and premium versions of games that have nothing to do with microtransactions, gambling, or other forms of exploitation. Publisher Kaga Games' newest title, Primitive Hearts, combines a Final Fantasy V style job system with harem building and a dash of optional NTR. Definitely check this one out if you enjoy old school RPGs. Speaking of NTR, we have Handyman Legend. This is a Notori style game where the main character is the one stealing the partners. This feels a lot like a mobile game, but this flavor really seems like it's underrepresented outside of Japan, so fans should check it out. We also have the early access title, NTR'd by Clumsiness. Once again, we have a game where the title tells us everything we need to know. I mean, I have no idea what's going to happen, but I definitely know how it's going to unfold. Another early access title is Chronicles of Forgotten Tears. This is a fantasy harem-flavored visual novel combined with a collectible card battling system. This could actually be pretty cool, so I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it. Continuing with the early access releases, we have Elysium Heights. This is a female protagonist story of a small town girl trying to make it in the big city. Totally not going to be yet another corruption game. Totally. The art style and theme really remind me of a minimalist version of Good Girl Gone Bad. We'll just have to see how it progresses. Our next title, Slavish Dragon Princess 3, is basically Nekopara with dragon girls as opposed to cat girls. I mean, it makes sense as it is from the same publisher. And finally, we have Isekai Frontline. It's got zombies, monster girls, and harem building. Hopefully, this top-down shooter will be the right combination of gameplay, progression, and content. There you have it. Sadly, one of the games that I was looking forward to coming out this month, that I expected to be one of the biggest releases this year, has been delayed until at least May. Until then, hopefully at least one of these games has piqued your interest. Let me know what new release you're currently enjoying, and what you're most looking forward to. Until next time, no shaming, just gaming. Thanks to all this month's support on Patreon. I wouldn't have been able to do this without you all.